Well, if Virginia is the birthplace of the nation, the historic triangle of Jamestown, Williamsburg, and Yorktown gets most of the attention. But you might be surprised to learn that Southwest Virginia played an important role as well.
Yes, and this weekend in Roanoke, an event will commemorate the Fincastle resolutions. Senior reporter Joe DeShiel explains their significance.
The Austinville community in Wythe County might be best known as the birthplace of Stephen F. Austin, often described as the father of Texas. But just a short drive from the monument honoring his legacy is a smaller roadside marker commemorating a pivotal moment in the birth of the nation, the drafting of the Fincastle resolutions on January 20th, 1775.
No one had ever put down on paper, you know what, we're actually willing to fight about this. We are, as the Fincastle resolutions say, we are willing to live or die in liberty.
2 months before Patrick Henry delivered his most famous speech at St. John's Church in Richmond,
"Give me liberty or give me death."
15 landowners gathered in what was then known as Fincastle County and declared that American independence was a cause worth fighting and dying for.
That's the onset of the revolution. That Fincastle resolutions was the very beginning of the documentation that will support the Continental Army and Continental Force as we move forward to eliminate the British trade and separate ourselves from the king. That's very, very important because that was here. That was in this region.
Delegate Terry Austin is chair of the Virginia American Revolution 250 Commission, which is coordinating a multi-year observance of Virginia's role in the birth of the nation. During a program on July 4th at the state capitol in Richmond, and with events yet to come, the commission is emphasizing the march toward a more perfect union, embracing all parts of Virginia and all Virginians, including the state's indigenous tribes and African Americans.
History is not just about the past. It is about the present and where we are going in the future together.
Learn your history, learn my history, learn our history.
I think this needed to happen. It needed to occur to bring forth some unity and maybe put some of our history behind us that occurred. You can't deny our history. It is our history. But it doesn't mean that it has to be the history that we carry forward.
And rather than commemorate a moment in time, Commission member Eric Monday says the VA250 events are celebrating a journey that began 250 years ago and continues today.
The story of the Revolution is not so much about what happened in 1776. I mean, that's what started the story. The important part of the story of the Revolution is that those ideas and those concepts and those words really have come to have genuine meaning for all Americans in the ensuing 250 years.
And this weekend, Southwest Virginia is at the center of the action. Events commemorating the Fincastle resolutions are scheduled Saturday morning at 10:30 at the Homestead Museum in Wytheville. And then at 2 p.m. here in Roanoke, a salute to Southwest Virginia. That event will include dramatic readings and keynote remarks, a new musical fanfare written specifically for the VA250 events and performed by a Roanoke Symphony Orchestra ensemble, and the debut of a new mobile museum experience. Gene and Natalie, there are more VA250 events planned between now and July 4th, 2026, both here in Southwest Virginia and across the Commonwealth.
Fascinating history right here in our backyard.
That's right.
I know, I love learning about that.
It's been an education for me, for sure.
Right, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers, so we appreciate it. Thanks, Joe.